Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my videos. It's been a longest 2 weeks in my life. Oh my god, you won't believe it how busy I was. I hope you had a great Christmas and you had a fun New Year's. I got an updated YouTube community post. Obviously we're gonna run through the names later on a bit in the video, but at the moment what I want to say, thank you so much for patience, and we're finally back on track with the Bentley videos because now it's not a busy period with work and I can start working on it because I need a car. And I sold my Jeep. I sold my 7 Series, do not have any car apart my van, but I do not want to drive my van over and over again because it's full of tools and I don't want my tools to get stolen. In those 2 weeks I've been collecting some parts, so we got full exhaust system now, also wheel spacers. I also got, oh that's from the 1 Series, that's some rubber dust covers for a couple of bits. Truck rod ends. This is a cool gadget. My friend made me this for the Christmas and it looks actually pretty awesome. Then we got the panel in the bottom where the passenger side is. Then also I got arch lining for the driver's side. Next thing is, the most important is the badge. You won't believe it, but I paid £50 for this. So this is pretty cheap comparing to the eBay prices. Then this is a wiring loom for the bumper. And most important thing, this is a bumper bracket. So the guy that I bought the parts from, his company is called Noble Motor CO. I think so, that's how it's called. He was so kind and he actually sent me his bumper brackets that he's actually selling. And I'm gonna make a copy with a 3D scanner. Well, not me, but Andrews, my friend, he's gonna make a copy of them. And he's gonna print exactly same brackets for my Bentley, because apparently those brackets is actually cost £100 each just for this. Literally, this is £100. It's just ridiculous and outrageous. So if you need any Bentley parts, Noble Motor CO is your place to go, because this guy is super friendly and he's actually selling everything pretty cheap. Let's say, for example, I bought this exhaust for £350, where on eBay is from 600 to £1,000. So it's ridiculous prices just for this. So we will need to scan those and print it and send those ones back to him. And also we're gonna make a copy for him, one copy for him as well, because some of the brackets in here is actually broken. So we're gonna do that. And now, in the meantime, I can finally reassemble, well, not reassemble, fix it, the glove box. Because if you can actually see, it doesn't close properly because the bracket in here, in this side, is actually broken. So I just need to replace, well, I got the part in here. I need to replace only this part. And this is actually pretty easy. There's only 3 nuts in here that holds all the unit. And then there's few bolts here in the corner, this side and that side. And then I can separate it, put it, my leather piece on it, and replace only the middle section. So I'm guessing there's no time to waste. Let's just replace this and then we're gonna carry on with all the rest of the work that I need to do. And there's loads to do. First things first, we need to remove this cover here. It's actually held by the clips, so they come out pretty easy. Behind that, we got 8 nuts holding this leather piece in place, and just when you think you're done, nope. There are a few more bolts holding the soft close straps. These are what makes the glove box feel all fancy and premium. Once that is off, we move on to the back where there are 3 bolts hiding in there, pretending like they don't even exist. From there, it's actually a nice part. We just reverse the steps, refit everything with the new pieces in place, line it up properly, and pray nothing rattles. And just like that, glove box fixed, soft close working, and no more embarrassment every single time when I open it. Job done, voila. Now on to the next thing that is broken. Glove box now is actually sorted. It opens and closes. I can actually show you. So now it's open, now it's closed, and soft open. So the next step is gonna be, is actually what I need to do. I need to replace one of the brake calipers in rear left because it's leaking. So I'm gonna do that now, and in the meantime I can also check the spacers because I bought 25mm spacers and the wheels are very much inside, and every single time when I'm trying to drive it, it actually rubs them somewhere. Same with the back as well, they are quite a lot inside. So I'm hoping that 25mm is gonna be just about to have that nice look on the car when the wheels are sticking out a little bit, but not too much outside. But first things first, I need to tell the car that I'm actually gonna lift it up. So, and obviously, the only way to get into the car in my small garage is by going to the passenger side. It's not the most comfortable way to get into the Bentley, but it's gonna be okay. I can tell it that I'm gonna be jacking it up, so I need to press 2 buttons. I'm not too sure how long I need to hold it because it actually should tell me. So that the car now knows that it's gonna be actually jacked it up, I need to remove both of the wheels on this side, put the spacers in and install the new second-hand caliper on the rear. Right, move on, because apparently I do not learn from my mistakes. Next job is rear caliper, and yes, the old one was leaking, and yes, that was completely my fault. We move on. Luckily this bit is supposed to be straightforward. The caliper is only held by 2 bolts, and once that's out, the parking brake connector comes off and the whole thing, it goes out. New caliper goes on, bolts tighten up properly, parking brake reconnected, and just like that, no more brake fluid decorating my garage. That's a huge win. With that sorted, it's time to make the car look right again. Wheel spacers are on, the arch lining has to go back in, and that thing is held by what feels like every torque screw ever made, all the way around the arch. One by one they go back in, and eventually the liner is finally secure. And because consider it is a key, we do exactly the same thing to the front. Jack the car up, wheels off, spacers on, wheel back on, everything torqued properly, step back, we look at it, no leaks, brake sorted, wheels sitting perfectly in the arches. That's another problem fixed, and somehow nothing is falling off, which means on to the next job. So the spacers is now actually installed, and I think this is the result that I really wanted. Look, it's literally just about going out. Obviously the car is still gonna lift because it's now dropped down a little bit, but this is exactly what I wanted. It looks just perfect. What do you think? Should I go like 5mm smaller spacers, or 25mm spacers is perfect? Let me know down below in the comments, what do you think? Should I go 20mm or 25 is perfect? I think 25 is perfect. It looks great. So the back box is now installed. Arch lining in the back on this side installed as well. I still do not have arch lining for the front left, but I got for front right and rear right as well. So all the arch lining, I got it. I still need to install them, but it's not gonna be now because now it's like 9 o'clock and I don't want actually to drag the car outside and turn around without an exhaust because my neighbors is not gonna be happy. Also, what I noticed as well, that this slipping of the bumper is not really nice, so I will probably need to remove the bumper itself out and investigate what is going on over there, because I'm not a fan how it looks. I want this car to be perfect. Right, other thing, let's run through the names. So we got Stefan Haler. Sorry if I'm gonna pronounce something wrong. I'm not very good in names. So we got Stefan Haler, Donald Vugu, David MK? MCK? MK? MK, I think it's MK. We got Nada, that's my girlfriend. Then we got Tony Chucker, Paul Daly, Andrews was here. So that's the guy who actually written on this post when I had only 65 subscribers. So it's staying. And also he's gonna be 3D printing me quite a lot of parts for this car. Then we got Ulster Property Solutions since birthday, Rafael Olapido. I think it's Olapido. Then we got David Harvey. That's a cool name. Then we got, this is from Australia actually. It's a CAS 43 photography. Then we got Andy Brown. And if we're gonna turn in here, we got obviously Mr. Pavel. He not even supposed to, you know, send this, but he actually sent me. Then we got Andrew Dickens, Alexander Kroning. It's probably a Norway surname or somewhere from that side because I can't even pronounce. Then we got Jim Stelrox, Tadas Kožešelis, Gražvydas Norys, Terry Stenner, David Burlow. Then we got Saidin Kingwe. He wanted to say, make peace in the world. Totally agree with that. And the last one is Newton Renda. So if you want to be on this community post as well and you want me to shout out your name, what you only need to do is drop £1 into my PayPal account and write in the description what you actually want to be written on this post. Again, no swear words, name, surname, that's it, simple. Then you're gonna support my channel. And also, when I'm filming all the time standing like this, so you might even see your name, or standing like this, or standing like this. Or if it's gonna be somewhere in the bottom, I'm gonna be actually changing the positions around this post. Honestly, I'm quite happy that people actually supporting this channel, and I had so many great comments underneath the PayPal link that, you know, great work, enjoying the channel and everything else. I love to read your comments underneath it. I love to interact with this. So thank you so much for supporting me, and hopefully we can, you know, grow together. And obviously, if we're gonna move out to the different garage, this post is gonna go with me. Right, next step is gonna be exhaust. So we're gonna kill that nice sounding car now, and it's gonna be quieter, I guess. So I've got only a few hours to install the exhaust because it's gonna be a New Year's party and all that stuff. So it's better not to talk, it's just better to work. Right now for the fun part, installing an exhaust without a lift. Fantastic idea. So the car jacked up, I'm laying on the floor, exhaust balanced on my chest, questioning every decision that led me here. It's a second-hand exhaust as well, which means in theoretically it should fit. In reality, nothing ever does. It's held on by a few bolts underneath. So as it turns out, I haven't bought all of the exhaust. I was thinking that I got all of it, but it doesn't, because I still do not have the piece from the headers and the catalytic converter to the another catalytic converter. So I'm still missing this piece in the front. Apparently, I was actually looking forward to hear the sound with the full exhaust. But turns out I will need to call that guy again and ask if he got it, or if he's forgot to include this into the parcel, because I was asking for the full exhaust. Well, it is what it is. Probably it was miscommunication or something with that, but oh, probably couldn't hear me. So probably there was a miscommunication between our chats. But I'm gonna text him again and ask him, listen, if you got any rest of the exhaust, that would be nice to have it. Right, what's next? I think now we're gonna go to my friend's house and gonna get that bumper bracket 3D printed and, well, scanned and 3D printed. And also, other thing that I have noticed on this car, this part in here, if you can see, the oil measuring thing, dipstick, is actually broken. So that's why the car is actually misfiring and it doesn't behave very well. So there's two options, try to fix it. Either way, I need to get something that would fit into this size, and he could 3D print the broken part off and it would go in. Or other option is just put it a rubber hose and put this one inside, just like that. So I'm gonna try to take the dipstick with me when I'm gonna go to scan it and see if he can, you know, get something done. Right, so you probably hear a lot of noises now because the heating in the garage is on, and the reason is because it's full of snow. And other thing is, the Bentley is outside enjoying its winter time. I just need to tour around, just because I need now access to the driver's side, as one bolt in the doors are actually missing in the bottom here. So I need to put this bolt back in a place, and also I need to replace this, like a, I don't know how it's called, fuse glove box, something, because obviously all the corners in here is actually snapped. And I got another one, and also yeah, this button keeps falling out, so I need to fix that also. And the car somehow sometimes wants to kill itself, let's say like that, because feels like one of the batteries is kind of weak, even though I was charging them all the time. What else? Oh yeah, and I need also to remove the front bumper again, because we got all the wiring for the bumper and we got ambient sensor as well. So I'm gonna do this as well, and maybe gonna install the badge. And then the only thing is gonna be probably left to do is put the downpipes and see how the car is actually gonna work, because now it sounds like a pig in a farm. Oh, also most important thing, the brackets. So I dropped the brackets to my friend's house. He said he's gonna take a look at it and try to print it, scan it, and do all the rest.
So there you go. That's a scan of your Bentley part. You can still see Bentley. And then there's your part. Just need to mirror it and put it in a printer. I'm gonna have this piece for you tomorrow. Bye.
Not too sure how it's gonna end up, because those plastics are actually formed by the machines and they're not, like, you know, made it separately. So we'll see. Maybe I will need to buy new ones, or maybe he's gonna manage and actually print them off. But look at that, it's Jesus, it's so close to actually driving it, apart those doors, which I will need to fix it and paint it. But it's a minor job, it's a minor. And I need to also fix the headlights, because obviously there's nothing in here. And if I would go back in a garage in a warm place, and this is the reason why we need to split the headlights open, just to clear off this path and clear off the rust inside. And I'm actually thinking maybe, just maybe, to paint it, those plastics, because I think it's just gonna look spot on with the black color. So let me know down below in the comments, what do you think? Should I paint it, those rings off, or should I leave it? Right, so now I need to somehow squeeze it back in a garage and carry on doing something. Or maybe I should leave it outside, I don't know. I think now I need to remove the bumper and then get the car inside. So look at the difference. This side with the wheel spacers, and this side without the wheel spacers. I think 25 mil is perfect. And yes, I know, I got a flat. And this side looks absolutely perfect.
Next step, the front bumper. Because it wasn't bolted on properly, this is actually an easy task. Few clips, bumper off, will take that as a win. With that out of the way, I can finally install the bumper wiring, which holds by the clips and plugs. Then onto the famous wing badge, which should be very simple, but it's not. Two 10mm nuts hidden in the worst place imaginable. Honestly, it feels like it would be much easier to cut the bonnet in half, but eventually, badge is on, lined up perfectly, and it's way too much effort for something this...
So the badge is finally in. Car is actually looking much better already just by putting on the badge. Put all the wiring in, ambient sensor as well. Just I'm not gonna put the bumper on now at all, as obviously there is no mounting point and there is no point putting everything back, because like I said, I need to separate the headlights, clean it out, and that's it. Now I need to find that bolt for this side. Car has been working for now like a half an hour, something like that. So we've got 90 degrees temperature, so that's perfect. All the heating seats are working, and look at this amazing starlights. It just can't get better. I love how that looks. Amazing.
Right, so I already put our wheel spacers on one side, and naturally it only makes sense to do it onto the other side as well. So the car back up in the air, wheel off, spacer on, and while I'm down there I figure out it might be well refit the rear arch lining as well, because if I'm already wrestling with this, it might make sense to put it the arch lining as well. So after the 100 of torque screws, some awkward angles, and more swearing than I like to admit, wheel back on, everything torqued it up, and finally the stance actually looks right now.
And the wheel spacers is back on. I put it the rear arch lining. I didn't put it the front one just because I need to put the bumper out, but everything is now such a time consuming. I'm feeling like I could finish this car in like 2 hours, and there's still so many things to do that get to the car to the point where I can actually go for MOT and drive it. Let's say for example, there is a gasket in here between the throttle body, and in here there is not, so I need to make a new gasket for this side. Then I'm missing a lot of clips in here that you would hold in place. Then I need to put the window wipers back, figure out how this stuff goes in back, because I have no clue how to put it back. Then, you know, mount a wing, but again, headlights. If I'm not gonna put the headlights, I cannot put the bumper and also mount the wing. Then other things that I still need to change is fix this pipe, because it obviously has air leak in here. Same with this. Now this pipe is changed, it's a brand new pipe, so only this pipe needs to be sorted. So I need a bigger hose that goes over it and put it on top, because to change all of this pipe is engine out job. So I don't really want to take the engine out. The things that I still can do is I can replace this panel over here. It just holds by a few bolts in here and a few bolts in here and here. Also, you probably see that there is 2 wires. I need to buy 2 small fuses, which I do not have. I got the big ones, but I'm keep forgetting to buy the small ones. So this one needs to be changed. Also, I'm missing a ring in this section here, which I need to order it. Probably gonna cost a fortune, but it is what it is. Then I spotted with those doors that they need to be adjusted, and then I can actually bolt it on, because it seems that the bracket is slightly down or too much up. I'm not too sure what's going on with that bracket, but this needs to be sorted out. And then pretty much it. Paint the doors, and the car is gonna be ready to drive it. And also I need an indicator in here. Obviously this it's kind of okay, but I'm missing the plastic, but better would be to just change it. Then next thing, mirror in here needs to be changed. And this is the craziest thing ever. Let's say for example, this indicator on the mirror, it costs £100. This mirror in here, just the mirror itself, not all of it, just the mirror glass, again, it's £100. Every single thing that you touch on this car is £100. I haven't bought anything very cheap, apart the caliper. Caliper is actually was 65 and the badge was £50. All the rest is 100, about 190, something like that. So if you're buying a Bentley Continental GT and it looked like my one, well, you will need to spend some money to get it to the stage where I am now. Obviously, if we're talking about money, this one cost me £3,000, the car itself. Engine cost me £1,500. Then I paid for some parts of the exhaust, badge, arch lining, wiring for the bumper. I paid another 800. Then also for the glove box compartment as well. It's again, yeah, it's everything's included. So at the moment, this car cost me about 6,500, 600, something like that. Thinking I'm doing pretty well, because the cheapest one that I found it at the moment is about 8 grand with the same mileage. And again, the mileage on the engine is now 74k, on the dash is about 109, something like that. No, it's actually 116. I can't remember actually what's the mileage is, but it doesn't important. The engine is, and the gearbox is 74,000 miles. For 2005, I think is pretty good actually. Probably the last thing is gonna be the polishing the car off and fixing the interior seats in here, because that sewing is not acceptable for the Bentley. And also this spoiler is still, ouch, is still in parts. So either way, I need to figure out the clever way how to actually fix it, or I actually need to buy another one, which is gonna cost me £250. Again, it's not cheapest thing. Also, I got a great news for you guys. I just released my own brand air fresheners, and let me tell you what, they smell so good and they look so great in a car. Simple, no big advertising. If you know what does a C2R means, you know. So if you want to get those air fresheners from me, I'm gonna drop my PayPal details down below in the description. They are £3.50 each. Just don't forget to put your postal details in, and I'm gonna send them right away from you. And also the quantity, how many do you want of them? So hurry up and get yourself an air freshener from my YouTube channel. Right now, what I need to do is remove those screws in here and change this panel.
Alright, now onto the interior fuse box cover. 6 torques later, finally out of the position, but don't forget you need to disconnect the footwell light and the OBD plug first. Miss that step and you will regret it. Once that's done, I need to remove the leather piece, which is held on by 8mm nuts all the way around. Nothing too crazy. Then it's just a matter of reversing the steps. Leather piece back on in a place, plugs reconnected, now cover fitted, and just like that the inside looks proper again. The fuse cover is now changed. It's actually not anymore broken. Nice and neat. And it even has every single bolt, not like previous one. So that's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends, and I will see you in the next video next week. Also, I'm gonna drop my PayPal details in a description. So if you want to be on a post, send me £1. If you want to buy this air freshener, drop me £3.50, or if you buy in bigger quantity, drop me more, and I'm gonna post it right away to you guys. See you next week, 5 p.m.